Okie dokie, mic check. Looks like we have a signal. Alright, welcome back. Shout out to everybody. Hope you're doing good. Had a bit of a break there. It was my birthday a couple of weeks back. I'm not saying I'm back, but I just thought I'd, fire up the pistons and the cylinders on StreamYard and put out a couple of decodes that I just come across, and we'll cover some older ones that I got there waiting in the wings. Give me one moment here. I had it all set up. And then things start to not function good as soon as I start to, well, as I'm ready to go. Give me a moment here, sorry. Let me just pull up my gallery again. I've got messages coming in. What's this message over here? Notifications. Alright, so mic check. So, I'll quickly say this as well before I start here. Is it power within? I think he was doing a bit of a call out. I remember so many weeks back, maybe about 3 weeks ago, I was in CT's live stream, aka Chaotic Truth, and basically it was to do with True Earth. You know, that topic came up because he was saying, you know, flat earthers or whatever he was saying, you know, the usual spill, you know, when silly and dumb or whatever, when there's no proof of blah blah blah. But anyway, checked his live stream because I had a message in a live stream that I set up that I haven't gone live with yet. So shout, I think it was Christoph. Was it Christoph? I know he does a name change here and there, but I think it was Christoph if I'm correct. So shout out to him, he left a message, so I went over to the channel. Surprisingly, because I know he's in the group, basically Power Within, he's in the group that's like, you know, with Cuts One, that type of, but surprisingly, he wasn't being rude, calling me out or asking me to come over for just a discussion or a debate. So anyway, I was looking at his channel, and or here and there, and then the other day when he was supposed to go live, I know we're in different time zones, so I don't know if I don't know. I'm not sure if he went live or not. I haven't checked back on his channel. But as I say, the act that he did under the video, or the act that he didn't do with my name, because he just put my name, he didn't do the act with it all together and highlight my name so it goes blue, and then obviously, you know, I can kind of get the notification or whatever. But anyway, long story short, he did seem on a level, and I was happy to go over there and just, you know, have the discussion, because I can't really call it a debate in this sense, because we know why, right? It's just pointless, you know. That's why I always go to the motions, the alleged motions of the heliocentric model, which is clearly non-existent, you know. So I mean, there's not anything to debate there. So that's why I can say by default, if you're in that frame set of mind, and you know, by default, if you're in that frame set of mind, you know, that's why I could say you're smoked. You get smoked already, you know what I mean? Whether you realize it or not. But I'm surprising again that, you know, because I was thinking, oh, is he just thinking that I'm like a cookie cutter from Zach's side, or the Gematриans, you know, they call us the Gematриans, you know, and they think like Zach's the type of leader or something like that, and we're under some Gematria Kool-Aid spell and all this type of stuff. But as I say, I put out enough information and content for you to realize that's not exactly the case, although I do still champion and echo, you know, the main point of what Zach's doing, regardless of what you want to talk about, you know, the Patreon stuff and sports or whatever. Yeah, at the end of the day, clearly there's something to what's being conveyed. Yeah, again, as we always point out, there is a code playing out, and how you're polarized in nature, and, you know, going with people's predisposition along with the amplified signal that's now being distorted via the you know who's. So again, to people like Cuts One, oh well, you know, you're using you know, you're not using the original, you know, whatever Hebrew or whatever who you would say, right? At the end of the day, these people clearly know why and what they're doing to in the sense of why they've brought forth this language in the Western world and assigned it with the numerical values that it's got. All right, so clearly there's something to it. Just like I saw earlier today when Zach joined, well, it wasn't today's stream, I think it was yesterday or a couple of days ago. One of CT's, again, Chaotic Truth Live, one of his last live streams, and Zach came in on the end. And again, you've got people like Gimpy. Oh, well, why don't you ever predict? Why haven't you ever predicted anything or been able to stop anything? With all what he just showed, you're still gonna type whether you're trolling purposely or not. I mean, how can you not realize what the benefit of understanding what's being conveyed? That is just bizarre to me. Bizarre. And again, he even pointed one quickly out, because he said, "Oh, you know, not that one he could prevented, but again, maybe if word got around to people like King Von, yeah, who put out the whatever his mixtape or album was, and you had the LeBron James and all of that stuff. And again, I'm pretty sure he was, you know, it was put out in this community. Shit, maybe he should watch his ass because wow, XYZ, he looks like the same old, same old. He's probably going to be next. And then voila, what happened to King Von, the rapper? You know, again, how many things could have been prevented if the world woke up to this knowledge? You know? So again, people like Gimpy, don't be like Gimpy, don't be like Cuts One. If you can. That's my point. And again, before we get to Liverpool, with the Liverpool parade, I'm not going to go through it all, but you know, we will quickly discuss. And I'll just quickly say now, all the energy that will be put into, you know, walking in the parade, cheering for a team that doesn't support you. Again, they will kill off their own players and give you rigged and scripted sports. Imagine if, and this is just from football, imagine if it was the whole world, from all walks of life, with whatever you're into, if people took their energy, got the real perspective that they need, hold those accountable, yeah, so then they know more. What you know, all that chanting and all that energy that you're putting into the football. Imagine if that was directed against the powers that shouldn't be. And that whole situation right there is very sketchy. I mean, when I heard about it, I was just like, man, I mean, I'm still on a heavy downer from that and from Spain blackout, which again, a big part of it sparked off from last year, July, excuse me, July 19th, with the remember the global tech chaos. Just like when 2020 happened, it was like, okay, these people, I mean, we've been saying over here, you know, look out for such and such. So again, people like Gimpy, yeah, what have you prevented? Why can't you ever forecast the news? Is it really always after the fact, Zach, or after the fact, you know, audio oracle? Really? Is that what you're saying? I mean, give me a break. Unbelievable. And it's a real shame. As I said, we'll circle back around and talk about some things when I get to it. We'll just go through Jessie J first, then we'll look at Aha. So we've got Jessie J breast cancer, then we're going to look at Aha, what's his name, Morten Harket. He done the famous song Take On Me. So we'll look at that. Apparently now he's got Parkinson's disease. And what else have we got in the title? We got Liverpool, we got in the description because it couldn't fit in the title. We also got a Machete. There was a Machete situation in the UK today, and it was like 3 schools that got shut down. So we're going to look at that as well. Well, I'll quickly say the schools went on lockdown. The guy that got arrested is 34 years old. The lockdown equals 34. And again, it's not the first time we've, you know, the last year or so and beyond in time have been looking at these situations popping up. And as I always say, is it always somebody that is just doing it on their own behalf? Driving into people, you know, Liverpool football parade victory, whatever. Or choosing to run around with a bladed article in their hand, or whatever the case may be. Is something causing people to do this? Why is there such a spike in these type of activities? And then also, is there psyops going on? Is it always just, you know, somebody affected by the environment in that way? Or is it in more of a direct relation, even if it's not a full-blown scripted thing? Obviously what I'm saying is, because of the amplification of the signal, what's being distorted via the power that via the powers that shouldn't be. As I always say, it's an indirect but still direct cause of that. And that's why it goes over people's heads. And then the same way, if it is scripted, it still goes over most people's heads, unfortunately. All right, let's crack on here with Jessie J. And just to say as well, if you watch this back on the replay, be there 20 minutes. I don't know if it was the same person, but one person came in as it was just in the intro, you know, the 5 minutes, you know, give people a chance to get in. I'm not sure if it was the same person that come back, so either 1 or 2 people or the same person. My point is, being there 20 minutes now, there's nobody here. So again, if you're watching this on the replay, just know the type of channels, as I say, that will always, you know, we've gone over this how many times, right? So I'm not trying to make it one of those transmissions, but do you see the problem here? So again, when it's time for the next blackout, which I'm probably going to heavily start looking into more for dates to look out for, right? I know I said one recently, obviously via the numerology when Spain happened and stuff. But because again, remember life lesson 41, power cut equals 41, and remember it's the same numerology as you go through the year and the days of the month as you go forward. For instance, if it was the 28th, well, it was the 28th of April, but then it will be 27th of May, we'll have the 77, 41. Remember, power equals 77, power cut equals 41. Again, I'm not going to go through all of that here, so go and check out the entries that I did for the Spanish blackout and how it correlates to, Netflix shows, Zero Day with, not Al Pacino, what's his name again? What is his name? His name is Robert De Niro. I've never watched the show myself. But my point is, when shit goes off, just know where you heard it from, yeah? And those up to speed, you already get what's going on to a degree, just like myself. So it's all fun and games until when they switch off the power or when they do the next, car driving into somebody, or you know what I mean? It's like, or the next cyber attack. I'll probably look at some of that as well. I've got some, as I say, waiting in the wings concerning the cyber attack stuff. Again, this is simple pattern recognition. Again, if you can't understand or get why this is important, I mean, I don't know what to say to you anymore, to be fair. I can only do and say so much. For somebody like myself, it is, as I say, although it's alleviating on one sense of the coin, in my mind's eye, on the other side, highly depressing, highly annoying, excruciatingly. Again, coexisting with all the Zombieland variants and the mockery that entails from the powers that shouldn't be. So again, numbers that, the day you're born, what numbers are assigned to you, etc., your name that's given, where you're born, all this type of stuff. It's very important, and it's no accident, it's not a coincidence. So again, whether it's the knife man, that's not a scripted, whether it's a scripted event or not, we'll just go with organic side rather than the scripted side. Again, look how many that has been put out from over here and the rest of this community, showing you that, okay, there's clearly allocated numbers, not by accident, numbers that are around you and how you're polarized in nature. What are the odds that it's just always a specific type of numbers for a specific scenario, whether it's knife crime, whether it's deleting yourself, SUICIDE, or whatever the case may be. It's extraordinary when you actually document and take heed. So today we'll look at Jessie J. I think she's currently doing a comeback. I know she's got some new music out. I know she was, I don't know, was it 10, 15 years ago she had stuff out? And then in that time, she was on The Voice and stuff like that. And then I think she had some health problems. And then she, took a step back from the limelight, but now she's back. And interestingly, let me get some of this smoothie. Give me 1 second. Yeah, and interestingly, just today, she's in the news to do with breast cancer, right? Straight away, when you type in her age and you know what cancer equals to, or in one of the ciphers, again, alphabetic order, English, forward and backwards, and then forward and backwards again with the rules of numerology, you'll find that cancer equals 37. Jessie J is currently 37 years old. Now, I'll quickly say as well, a disclaimer. The disclaimer is I'm not responsible for your lack of understanding, all right? So that's on you. I can only do and say so much. And I'm not saying that this is a. It's getting me notes, me gallery. Yeah, I'm not saying that this is a type of nefarious energy harvesting scenario, because obviously shit happens to people, obviously, right? And there's an order to things, that's governing everything, right? The cosmos, etc. The flowers, the birds, the bees, sea life, your life, all species, and fauna and whatnot, plants, etc. But so again, you'll have to decide on this one. Try and distinguish: is it nefarious energy harvesting, or is it not? And it's all genuine. Now, Jessie J is currently 37 years old. If you write out the word cancer, cancer equals 37. Again, she's currently 37 years old. Cancer equals 37. Again, British singer, really good voice as well. She's got a really good voice, Jessie J. Great singer. So yeah, she's currently 27, born in 1988. I didn't look at her birth life lesson. I might do that as we're going through this decode. Today has a life lesson of 19. Breast cancer equals 109. Drop the 0. Again, we're dealing with numerology here. 0 is just a placeholder. Breast cancer equals 109. Drop the 0. 19. Today we have a life lesson of 19. Yeah? 6 and 4, 2 and 0, 2 and 5 equals 19. Also, breast cancer equals 55. Today we've got a numerology of 55. 6 and 4, 20 and 25 equals 55, yeah? So again, 6 and 4, 20 and 25 equals 55. Breast cancer equals 55. So again, a life lesson of 19. We just spoke about 19. 6 and 4, 2 and 0, 2 and 5 equals 19. Breast cancer equals 109. Drop the 0. 19. So again, we've got 3 things so far, right? She's currently 37. The word cancer equals 37. Breast cancer equals 109 and 55. Again, life lesson 19, numerology 55. Let's see what else we got, if there's anything there. Right, from her birthday, 27th of March, to today. Oh my God, I didn't say it here. Excuse me. Hold up. Before I even say that, I need to go back quickly. So we got the cancer 37, we got the breast cancer 109 and 55. Breast cancer also equals 46. And of course, today's date is the 4th of June, 4/6. Again, breast cancer equals 109, 55, and 46. Go figure. And again, cancer 37, she's 37 years old. Now, from Jessie J's March 27th birthday to today is 69 days. 69 days. Why is that interesting? What is the cancer sign? What does it look like when you see the symbol for cancer, cancer the crab? It's like a 6-9, right? 69 days from her birthday to today. And this is just, she just posted on her Instagram today. I just read it in the news. Or if you go to her Instagram or whatever, I saw it in the Sun News. Right? So again, what are the odds of that? Whether it's nefarious or not, just note the numbers, and then, as I always say, you can try and distinguish after, whether something's nefarious or not, or whether Liverpool parade was, it was just a man that lost control, and whatever the case, you know what I mean? It was just a normal person. It wasn't a scripted event. So again, 69 days, and again, the cancer symbol is literally a 69. Give me a break. What are the odds of that? Just quickly reading from the news outlet here. It says, I need a hug. Jessie J, 37, reveals she has been diagnosed with breast cancer and will undergo surgery within days. Yeah. And then it's got the video that she had or put up from her Instagram. And of course, we know cancer can cause death, right? Interestingly, they've put up the post at 6:38. So that's this morning, 38 minutes past 6. And we know, all the murder type words, or found dead, collapse, even the word drown, etc. equals 38. Whereas that cancel, destroy. Interestingly, the update time is 25 minutes past 11 when I caught this screenshot here. And we know time, death, and RIP equals 25. So it's interesting that they've got. It doesn't mean that she's going to die, but it's just the fact that, as well as point out, in relation to whatever they're showing you, how many times over, 8, 9 times out of 10, that they will always have the specific numbers that go with the article. You know what I mean? Whether it's C19, whether it's this thing, that thing. I mean, you know what you're looking at, you say, gotcha. Yeah.
Got your ass.
What this was doing here. All right. Do you know, I'll probably just do these two. There's nobody here anyway, but I might jump back on later or something. Or next month, or in a couple of months, who knows, or next year. But we'll quickly do Aha, and then I'll get out of here. So again, Take On Me, famous track from the British band called Aha. Now he's come out today and said he's being diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, right? So this is Morten Harket from the band Aha, the famous song Take On Me. Interestingly, he's born on the day that leaves 108 days of the year. Parkinson's disease equals 108. He's born, when is it? September 14th. Give me 1 minute here. I have something else with this. Oh yeah. Parkinson's equals 46. What's today's date? We just spoke about Jessie J. Yeah? We've just joined, you know, rewind it. But yeah, Parkinson's 46. This top story, just before I went live, this is the top story in the Sun, so it might be still there. Go figure. Parkinson's 46. Again, breast cancer 46. We just spoke about Jessie J. Yeah, there wasn't that much with the Aha one, but the Jessie J one was pretty packed. So I won't catch that one. That was the first one I just did it 2 minutes ago. And that's for the school, which is where was the knife man? They said that they arrested him. So it was around some of the schools called Stony Delph Primary School, and you had Three Peaks Primary Academy. I think the perp was from Glasgow Tamworth. But anyway, let's get to what's today. Today's Wednesday. So again, they say he's from Tamworth. It's a Wednesday. He's a knife man from Glasgow. Interestingly, all those equal 44 in the same cipher, and 3 out of the 4 equal 37 in the same cipher. Again, knife man, Tamworth, Wednesday, 37, and of course, Glasgow, knife man, Tamworth, and Wednesday, 44. And again, the word kill equals 44. Again, I'm not going to go through it all right now. It's just pretty pointless. But again, if you're new, just do your due diligence. There's enough entries to get you up to speed, and then you learn and apply it, and then you can see it truly for yourself in all your media, all the news, when you see the timings of things, right? Again, be it Spanish blackout, be it this thing, that thing, go figure. So as I was saying, will the world care, or in the UK when they turn the power off over here? Because I've been waiting for it for the last few years. It's definitely overdue, especially when they just did Spain the other day. I said, shit, it's coming closer. That's just put me in a big downer, I'm not going to lie. And then the Liverpool parade crash, oh, that's just giving me the biggest downer. I'm not going to lie, I'm so depressed. So again, if I'm not back on, I might be back on next month or next year, because, you know, there's no point. Nobody cares about what you're supposed to care about. They will care about football or whatever the sports numbers are and the points that you need or whatever, you know what I mean? Or chasing money, but they won't care about the numbers that dictate your lives and the people that are distorting your life with these numbers. It's a real damn shame. That's what I was saying at the beginning of the stream. If, you know, imagine if all those people in Liverpool knew this information that was walking down the parade, and then it happens, and then they're like, "Raw, hold up, yeah." Imagine what would be going on today. That's all I'm saying. So it's a damn shame people can't put their energy into understanding simple stuff and relay the information, especially to the youth, because they will soak it up like a sponge. But yet you've got them, oh, we're going to buy a jersey, we're going to buy a season ticket, whether it's for your Sky Sports so you watch it at home or you're going to the stadium. It's a real damn shame, man. It's a real damn shame. Again, rigged sports, scripted sports. Look how they've got you up, and then they will run you over. Yo, these people are evil. And then you hear the woman like, did you see the stuff when the police came on the news to do with Liverpool? Oh, don't share any footage or speak about it. What the fuck are you talking about? Like the audacity of these people. Like, listen to this. These people are bang out of order. They said, don't share anything, don't share any footage. Oh, I wonder why. Because the person in the car did not look, the person when the car door opened, the person in the car did not look like the guy that you said got arrested. Not to mention the numbers that followed suit. But anyway, one of the roads that he went on with the school lockdown stuff that I was just going over with Wednesday, Tamworth, Knife Man, Glasgow. It was almost a full house with knife crime, and Crowden Road was one of the roads that he was down. He was on Silverlink Road, and he was also on Crowden Road. Anyway, somebody just floated in here. It might have been the same one person that came in before. I'm not sure. But as I say, I'm not gonna stay much longer today. Machete equals 55. Today has a numerology of 55. 6 and 4, 20 and 25 equals 55. Today we have a situation about a machete with 2-3 schools going on lockdown in the UK, and they arrest a perp that's 34 years old, and as already pointed out, lockdown equals 34. Yeah, I was going to go over some of the cyber attack stuff, but there's not really much point, really, is there? It's tumbleweed and crickets, nobody's ever about. It doesn't matter what time I go live. This time, evening, late evening, shadow hours. And as I've been pointing out, communication with people online and offline is just dire. So big fuck you to those type of people that just do have no communication skills. Fuck you. Fuck you very much. I'll give one tidbit. What did I have here? Hold up. Yesterday you got the North Face and Cartier, like Cartier watches or whatever. North Face, the clothing called North Face. So you got North Face and Cartier customer data stolen in cyber attacks. Right, this is from BBC News. Cyber attacks. Of course, they couldn't help but put up the post at 38 minutes past. What was it about? North Face and Cartier customer data stolen in cyber attacks. And of course, if we're out cyber attacks, it equals 38. Again, they put up the time of it at 10:38. Just see if I can get one little tidbit here. As I say, I could go through the Liverpool stuff with the numbers and what other stuff to talk about. The BS. And it was on a Monday, right? Of course, terror equals 40. 5 and 26, 20. Sorry, 5 and 26. 2 and 0, 2 and 5 equals 40. Terror equals 40. And remember, terror also equals 41. Again, Spanish blackouts was on a day with a lifeless on a 41. 4 and 28. 2 and 0, 2 and 5 equals 41. Power cuts equals 41. Terror equals 41. And what was it? It was on the 146th day of the year. If you write out White Man 53, 146. Anyway, let me just see if I can see this one other one here with the other cyber attacks. Hold up. Oh yeah, here it is. I don't know how long this is. Hold up, let me quickly go through the slides. If it's not too many more quickly. Interesting as well with the Liverpool situation. One of the streets was it Water Street? I don't remember what time we're in, right? With the Neptune stuff. The Kali Yuga. Okay, let me quickly see. Give me one moment here, just getting my bearings. So yeah, so you got the Christian Dior cyber attack, right? We'll quickly go through this and get out of here. As I say, don't expect me back anytime soon. If ever. Who knows? Founded 16th of December, so this is the Christian Dior. They were founded 16th of December 1946. 78 years ago, right? So just keep that in mind. Let me just check this here. In 1946, Dior equals 46. So remember, we had the M&S, you had the co-op. You know, my local co-op, as I was saying in the last so many streams before today's transmission. You know, the shelves were bare, and I was saying to them, hold up. And I was just giving them a little breakdown and letting them know those that own co-op, they know what's going on. You know, I can almost put my life on it. So anyway, of course, it would be considered a type of terror attack, right? Cyber attack, terror attacks. Again, all of these are from the powers that shouldn't be. Again, it's not the cliche groups that will give you all the time. Maybe sometimes, you know, because you're going to get a monkey see, monkey do effect, obviously, here and there, right? But for the most part, 90% of it is definitely all the powers that shouldn't be. You know, the Jesuit order, shadow government that control the puppets that you see. Like Keir Starmer and, you know, blah, 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 Trump, this one, that one. So yeah, it's 142 days from December 16th to when the situation took place. I mean, give me a break. Terrorist equals 142. Give me one moment here. In the same year, you've got 223 and 223 days. And you've got the 7 months, or sorry, alternative span of 7 months and 9 days against Society of Jesus 79, aka the Jesuit order. If you're not up to speed with 223, go figure. Bear with me 1 second here. Or 1 moment at least. Just trying to do it quickly, but I don't want to miss anything, you know. Do the classic one when you stop the transmission and you're like, oh my god, there it is. Or something just sparks in your mind like, oh shoot. So anyway, the actual guy, Christian Dior, you know, the founder, he's born 21st of January, died 24th of October, age 52. Again, when you go back to this, remember terrorist equals 52 and 142. We just spoke about 142 days from their founding date for one of their major stores. That's in, where is it again? Is it in France? Paris, yeah, France, Paris. Headquarters for Christian Dior. Not sure why I've got 4 months, 3 weeks here. Looking at this date, that's what I've been looking for. Like, why have I got out there? I'm not sure why I've got that up there. On the Sonic 43, right? The day, hold up here. Christian Dior. Christian equals 142. Again, it's 142 days from the founding date, establishment date of that store, headquarters, HQ. Again, terrorist, again, cyber attack is a form of terrorism. And that's all the government does, as I've pointed out a bazillion times, is terrorize the people. So then you can be easily molded because of where your state of mind is. And then they can just shape, form, and fashion you into what they're like. Yeah. As I've been pointing out, where is the mental health abuse damages checks that everybody's owed? Where is those checks? So again, 142 days and Christian equals 142. Give me a break. Also 61, mental health 61, terrorist equals 61. Also equals 47 as well, mental health 47. You know they love a 47, right? So again, Christian Dior, cyber attack. 142 days from the establishment day to the day of the attack, and Christian equals 142, along with terrorist. Give me a break. Again, Christian Dior. So again, to people like Cuts and all of those, I just don't get. Well, I do get it. You just have to be utterly mad to be on the parade that you're on. Again, not just Cuts. I'm just saying it just in general terms. For people with that type of mind, there has to be something wrong with you, because what are you going on with? My goodness. I feel like I'm missing something here. Right, from his birthday. Oh, sorry, from when he died. Remember, it was October 24th when he died, right? 1957. But if you do it to what would have been his next birthday, January 21st. But of course, 1958. It's 2 months, 28 days. His full name, Christian Ernest Dior, equals 228. 228. What odds? And again, 58. Again, if it is Freemasonic, which it looks like it is, again, 1958 Freemasonry equals 58. Now, from the founded date in 1946 to when he died. So again, December 16th, 1946. Remember the founded date for Christian Dior shop, Paris, to when he died in 57. Yeah, so 11 years later, October 24th. 130 months and 9 days. Yeah, 130 months and 9 days. Drop the 0, 139. Freemasonry equals 139. Jesuit Order 54. If you do it in the same year with when he dies, it's 1 month. Sorry. Well, the alternative span. I was looking at the wrong thing. But anyway, 54 days. Jesuit Order 54. Terrorism 54. Against Cyberattacks. 7 weeks, 5 days. New World Order. I feel like I've missed something here. What's this 132 business? Give me one more second here, then I'll close that and get out of here. I'm trying to be dialed in without being too dialed in. And just quickly skirt over it lightly, but I don't want to miss some of the main highlight points. Christian Dior equals 75. We just spoke about 75. Christian Dior equals 75. Go figure. All right, catch a rebound maybe. Hold on.